Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to be doing a stator on a 2011 Kawasaki Ninja ZX6R. Fortunately, my bike left me stranded and just stopped running. So we are going to be fixing that problem today because we don't like problems like that. The stator is located on the left side of the bike. It's going to be right in this little casing right here, which is full of oil as well. We're going to have to remove these fairings, and while we're at it, I'm going to clean her up a bit because she's a bit dirty. Got oil in places that they should not be. But we are also going to be doing a chain cleaning as well as an oil change on this bike, because when you do the stator, you're generally supposed to change the oil also. So we're going to be spending about a lot of money on this project. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Oh. So I kind of got to where as far as I'm gonna get taking the fairings off, because the other bolt for this piece here is like all the way under the headlight. I got it to where I can pretty much get in there as much as I need to. What I'm going to do next is releasing these bolts for the gas tank and lifting it up, because the wiring harness to the stator, I don't know if you can see, but this wire right here, this one goes to the stator, and that is going up underneath there somewhere. This is the next day, and we were taking my stator cover off today and getting that stator in. So I took my little ratchet to loosen these bolts up, as you can see. And my microphone died. I don't know why it wasn't working. Maybe it didn't die. I think it was a user error. We are loosening these bolts up by hand. Make sure to do it by hand first so you don't get any strip bolts. After I got all them bolts out, what I wanted to do was drain the oil before I took the stator cover off, because there was going to be some oil coming out of there. And ew, what is that? Okay, now it's time. We're taking this stator cover off because I was not here to play around. I don't know what's taking me so long. Oh, we got it off. All right. Cut it on up out of there in that awkward pose on standing in, and then get that burnt up stator on out of there. I used this little tool to get it out. If you end up doing that, just be careful because you don't want to strip the bolts. I was trying to use that other tool, but it wasn't working very well, so I stuck with this. Finally, the moment that I've been waiting for. Get that stator up out of there. We don't need that in my bike anymore. As you can see, there was a piece of zip ties, and I was also pulling one out of my stator cover. I don't know if that meant anything, but now ripping that gasket off of there. Don't need that anymore. Got a new one to go on. I saw little shavings of metal in there. I was trying to show you guys from the best of my ability. And then I am cleaning my stator cover with some brake cleaner and rags, and also using a little razor on the edge of the stator cover to just clean up all the gunk that was on it. The previous owner of this bike put some gasket sealant around the stator cover, which was pretty disgusting to clean up, but I got all that cleaned up to the best of my ability. As you can see here, I'm trying to get all that stuff off of there, get it all clean and prepared. Just make sure you're cleaning it very thoroughly. Here I was telling you guys to clean it very thoroughly, but my microphone wasn't working. So really get in there and clean it up good. This is the location of the rectifier on my ZX6R. It's right below the front headlight on the right side of the bike. And these are the wires that come to it from the stator. And I just show that to the side to show you where it's at. It might be in a different location on your bike, but just showing you where it's at on mine. Right now, I am actually removing the old rectifier, which will be funny in the end of the video, as you can see how happy I am removing it. But little do I know, there is a hidden secret about that. And now I'm wiping the sweat to show you guys how much of hard work I actually put into this to change my stator and my rectifier. Here's the new rectifier that I bought, so I thought was new, and I'm opening it up to install that. But now I've moved back onto the stator here. What I am trying to tell you guys is to make sure to blow out that stator where it's gonna go. If you have like an air tank or something, you can blow it out with, just to make sure it is thoroughly clean. You really don't want any debris or dust or anything in there at all. I spent a few minutes on that, and then I finally moved on to putting that stator cover back on, which there was my gasket, there's my new stator, as you can see. No burnt up coils, looking good. It took me a few minutes to figure out which way the stator had to go in the cover, but once I figured that out, it was pretty solid and straightforward. That gasket was ready to go on, and Kawasaki has the pins to line that gasket up, which is so convenient. And then I was ready to ratchet by hand everything down first, and then torque each individual bolts down to spec. I believe it was around 87 inch-pounds for the stator cover, and the stator bolts itself was 106 inch-pounds. Here's me looking at myself, realizing how dirty I got after a long day of working in the shop. That's what a real blue-collar worker looks like. I'm talking to this camera some more. My discovery that I found, you guys, was just devastating. First off, I think what I'm telling you here is how long it really took me just to fish that wire on through there underneath that gas tank so that I could get it to the rectifier. It just took me such a long time, and my fingers have such a hard time grabbing things. And the other thing I am telling you here is that as I was doing my oil change on the bike, I was putting the bolt back in on my oil pan, and I come to conclusion that the threads on my oil pan were stripped. So therefore, I was unable to complete my oil change process. Once again, here's my burnt up stator. I don't know why I keep showing you like I'm proud I burnt it up or something. And then I'm just talking to the camera again right now. You can't really hear me anyway. Anyway, here's where the threads were stripped in case you wanted to see. And we're done with the voiceover because I figured out how to work these microphones.
Finally, it's been 2 weeks, a very long 2 weeks. Today we're going to be putting my oil pan back on my bike. I took it off and I found some few pieces of metal in there, which was not good. And then my threads on my oil pan were stripped. Couldn't change my oil, couldn't do nothing. I cleaned this. And I got my brand new gasket ready. Okay, and that was kind of, I shimmied it. After a very long fight with that friggin' oil filter inside the oil pan, I got it. And now I am about to torque it down. Why did that take so long? I was trying to look at these bolts and make sure none of them were to the oil pan, which they aren't. Oh wait, that's one right there. One more bolt. I gotta figure out where it goes to the oil pan. Be right back. I have gotten my fairings on. Yeah, I got my fairings on. I look crazy. Just got a big piece of begin putting in my oil and put my oil filter on. I just want to be done now, so I'm just gonna try and
wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
Exit that way.
Full synthetic oil, but just get some oil and put it around, I guess, around there. I'm not gonna know if it's torqued down to the right. No leaks too. You're gonna wanna double check that. Everything back together as it needs to be, and this is the battery I got. It is a Duracell. It is brand new. I went and bought it, and then that's when my bike died on me. So let's put this battery in. And let's hope she starts and runs properly. New stator, new rectifier, clean oil, no more metal in the oil pan.
Marty told a little fib about the voiceover. The bike started, yes. Was the rectifier working properly? No. Had to send it back. Hopefully they'll send me a good one or give me a refund. The stator was in fact working properly. That was the issue on the bike. Y'all like this video, hit that thumbs up. You know what to do. Subscribe down below and I'll see you in another one.